Every day we encounter a sea of faces, each one carrying a story that could fill volumes. Yet, despite our close quarters, true understanding of those around us often remains just out of reach. What if I told you that beneath the myriad expressions of those you meet lies a common thread, a Stoic wisdom as old as time itself? Today, we dive deep into the minds and hearts of those around us, not just to see, but to understand. We are exploring the 10 essential truths about people. Truths that Stoicism teaches us are not weaknesses, but profound strengths. These insights offer not just knowledge, but the power to transform how we interact, how we meet challenges, and how we forge connections. Join me and let's unravel the mysteries of human nature together, discovering how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism still lights our path in the modern world. If you appreciate the unique insights we're sharing here and want to support the channel, a simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't skip any part of this video. Consider yourself an exception from the majority, ready to embrace a perspective that could genuinely reshape your understanding of life. Number 1. Everyone shaped by their experiences. Every one of us is like a book, each chapter written by the experiences we've endured and witnessed. It's fascinating when you think about it, how every interaction, every moment of our lives layers upon the last to shape who we are today. Stoicism teaches us that it's not these experiences themselves that define us, but our reaction to them. This ancient philosophy encourages us to see life as a forge for our character, where each challenge, each joy, and setback molds us more firmly. Take, for instance, someone who has faced great adversity. They might approach the world with a mix of caution and resilience, not because they are naturally distrustful or strong, but because their experiences have taught them both the fragility and robustness of human nature. On the other hand, someone raised in a more sheltered environment might navigate the world with a sense of bold optimism. Each perspective isn't just a personal trait, but a reflection of the journey they've walked. Understanding this can be transformative in how we interact with others. When someone reacts in a way that puzzles us, maybe they're overly cautious or perhaps unusually aggressive, it's helpful to consider the unseen forces shaping that behavior. Just as the Stoics suggest, by focusing on the present and controlling our reactions rather than being led by them, we can foster more meaningful interactions. We begin to respond not just to the surface emotions of others, but to the deeper currents that drive them. This approach doesn't just enrich our understanding of others, it enhances our empathy, allowing us to navigate complex social landscapes with grace and wisdom. It encourages a kind of emotional intelligence that is deeply rooted in both Stoic philosophy and modern psychological thought, a blend of ancient wisdom and contemporary insight that empowers us to lead more fulfilling lives. If you appreciate the unique insights we're sharing here and want to support the channel, a simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't skip any part of this video. Consider yourself an exception from the majority, ready to embrace a perspective that could genuinely reshape your understanding of life. Number 2, diverse communication styles. Communication, much like the ebb and flow of a river, varies greatly from person to person. Some individuals are like the rushing waters, direct and forceful in their expression, while others resemble a gentle stream, subtle and nuanced in their approach. This diversity in communication styles can be a rich tapestry that enhances our interactions, but it can also be a source of confusion and misunderstanding if not navigated wisely. Stoicism teaches us the value of understanding and adapting to the varied styles. The Stoics believe that the key to effective interaction lies in our ability to listen and respond appropriately, not just in the words we choose to use. For example, someone who communicates directly values transparency and may perceive indirectness as evasive or insincere. Conversely, those who prefer a more subtle approach might find direct communication brash or overwhelming. By recognizing these differences, we can tailor our approach to better align with the person we are speaking to. This is not just about altering our style to mimic theirs, but about creating a bridge of understanding that allows for clearer, more effective exchanges. It's about acknowledging that behind every communication style is a set of beliefs, experiences, and cultural backgrounds that shape how a person presents their thoughts and feelings. Embracing this Stoic approach doesn't mean suppressing our natural style. Rather, it encourages us to be more mindful and intentional in our interactions. It teaches us that the goal of communication is not to win an argument or to impress, but to connect and understand. By fostering this understanding, we not only prevent misunderstandings, but also enrich our relationships, making our social interactions smoother and more meaningful. Next time you find yourself puzzled by someone's indirect hints or taken aback by their blunt honesty, remember the wisdom of Stoicism. Consider not just what is being communicated, but how and why the person is communicating in that way. This deeper insight can transform simple conversations into opportunities for connection and growth, reflecting the true art of communication as envisioned by the Stoics. Number 3, varied responses to stress. Stress affects everyone differently. Some of us react to stress like a storm, loud and intense, while others may respond more like a drizzle, withdrawing quietly and introspectively. These varied responses to stress are not just random reactions, but are deeply ingrained in our personalities, experiences, and even our biology. Stoicism offers a profound insight into managing stress. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This teaching is crucial when we consider the spectrum of stress responses. For someone who becomes confrontational under stress, the Stoic practice of reflection and restraint can be a guide to temper their reactions. Similarly, for those who withdraw, Stoicism encourages a mindful assessment of their internal state and a proactive approach to addressing their concerns rather than retreating passively. By recognizing these patterns in ourselves and others, we can foster a more supportive environment, especially in stressful situations. This involves not only managing our own responses, but also helping others handle their stress more effectively.